Right, so 134, I want you to work on, and I'm not going to give you a whole lot of time, so don't be distracted right now by other things, okay? I want you to work through pages 134 and 135 based on yesterday's notes. I want to give you a little bit of a chance to try this on your own. The backside is a little bit challenging towards the end, but I will go over it before we leave today. So I'm going to give you 10 to 13 minutes, and then I'm going to take the rest of the class back and continue and go over this real quick, okay? So go for it. Taking it back. There's only 9 minutes left. So for the first one, it's already arranged, which makes it a lot easier to calculate the percentile rank. So I'm going to do number 2, 3. I'm going to just give you the answers. And then the backside 135, I want you to make sure you follow along with that. So for a mark of 80%, right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 scores lower. Than 80%, right? That's what that means. And N is the total scores considered. In this case, they don't tell you, right? You just have to count. So there's 20 scores being considered, right? So percentile rank would be 4 divided by 20 times 100. And that actually gets you an exact round number. So you just check on the 20th. Or if you're not sure, just leave it. 20 is good, right? As long as you don't give me a decimal. Meg earned 76%. What's the percentile rank there? So, right, 76 places right here. So 1 student below, and we are still considering 20 scores, right? So percentile rank is 1 over 20 times 100. That gives us exactly 5, right? So it's a fifth. Or remember, this is also acceptable, PR5. It's the same thing. PR20 for the first one. Jas earned 100%. What was his percentile rank? So at 100%, right here, 19 are below, right? Because it's organized, it's so easy to find out. And this goes to show that you can't have a percentile rank of 100% because the score itself takes up a place. So 99 would be below, right? In this case, it's 95th percentile or PR 95. So 95% of students scored less than Jas or scored less than 100%. Because remember, percentile rank makes it out of a class of 100. If there would be 100 people in this consistency state, 95% would be doing less, scoring less. Same thing for the weights of the babies here. For a weight of 3,050 grams, that's right here. It's already arranged. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 babies weigh less, right? And we have 14 total. Sorry, you can't see that. Sorry there. So percentile rank is 7 over 14 times 100. That's 50th percentile. Can I just add something? Make sure you add this. 50th percentile is called, it's the median weight. I will highlight that because if you're in the 50th, that means that 50% of values or babies are lower than that. And it's almost assuming that 50 are above. We don't know for sure. There might be some that have the same, but we consider the 50th percentile our median. I'm just going to give you the answers here. For this one, you should get the 8th percentile. And for the heaviest baby, it's the 93rd percentile. Or you can round up or down if it's a decimal, right? So you might be off by a little bit, and that's okay, as long as you don't give me a decimal there. Now let's go to the one that is trickier. I'm going to go over to the next page here. We have 5 minutes. I'm fairly confident I can get this done in 5. So as long as you pay attention and you do work, right? Very little homework in this course. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I do that on purpose, okay? Because I know you all have lives outside of school, and our periods are longer than most high schools. Did you know that? We have like most high schools have 55-minute periods or 60-minute periods. We have an hour and 15 because we only have 4 periods a day, right? So that makes a big difference. I can see you almost every day. And so it's basically homework check right there, or checking for understanding. All right. We have Tom and Sarjeet, right? Taking a course. Watch this, right? It's giving you, right? The problem is telling you this is how many participants, that's the total number of people considered. If 90 scored lower than Tom, what's the percentile rank for Tom, right? So percentile rank would be 90 over 175 times 100, and that gives you 51, watch this, 51.43, right? That's what you would normally get. You don't want that. It's either 51, 51st, or 52nd, right? You can't leave it as a decimal, okay? So either one of these is acceptable. Just remember that. So you get full marks, right? Watch the second one here. If 50 students scored higher, circle higher, than Sarjeet, 3 people scored the same as Sarjeet. What's the percentile rank? This is the trickier one. Ready for this? This is going to be worth probably 2 marks. You take the total, we subtract the people that scored higher, because B is the lower, right? So we want to find out, you know what? Hold it, back up. I'm going to give you a formula. It's going to be total minus every score that is higher than the one you're interested in, minus all the scores that are the same as the one you're considering, minus person itself. Okay, you have to take away the person, because that score, remember, like scoring 100%, for example, you are part of that, so you need to remove yourself to figure out how many values are below you. So now we can do this. We take 175, we subtract 50, because those are the people that scored higher. There are 3 people that scored the same, and we take off Sarjeet. In this case, Sarjeet. We need to take that one away as well. Now we know how many scores are lower, and that gives you 121 scored lower. Okay, so we go PR for Sarjeet is 121 over 175 times 100. That's 69.14. We will say 70th, right, or PR 70. I always round up personally because, right, you want to rank above, so to make sure that you have enough below you, okay? Now, hold on. Before we go, look at their percentile ranks. Who did better? Sarjeet did. Sarjeet has 70, because Sarjeet has 70% below, and Tom only has 50, right? So Sarjeet did better. Watch this, because his PR is greater. Thank you, guys. Be ready tomorrow for some review.